A limiting belief is a thought that you think is the absolute truth and stops you from doing certain things. And one of the most common limiting beliefs is that your current life is the best life you can live. Whether it's, oh, I'm happy, my job makes me happy, or I love my job, it's the best job, I love it. I love my friends, I love my family, I'm content with life. But if you really had full control of your life, where you can wake up when you want to wake up, you can travel when you want to travel, you don't need to ask your boss or manager or colleagues or family for any permissions, would that be a better life? Hi, thanks for joining. I'm Topher, and today we'll cover advanced budgets and reveal what you need to do to live the life you truly want. If you recall, in level 1, Vivid Vision, we talked about your dream life, your ideal vision of the house you live in, how you spend your time, your days, volunteering, passion projects, spending time with loved ones, friends, and family. And today we'll dive deeper into what sacrifices or cost cutting you need to practice in order to live that life. So if you haven't already, be sure to watch levels 1 through 5, make your vivid vision at level 1, have your personal finance inventory in level 2, and then make your first budget at level 3 and review levels 4 and 5, so that today won't be a huge jump into your advanced budgets. So back to limiting beliefs. When I was younger, starting my personal finance journey, I had some moments where life was tough, where my job was very stressful, depressing, I was crying, I was always exhausted, I gained a lot of weight, I didn't see my friends or family too often, and there's a time where I was like, alright, this is my life. I just gotta deal with it, I gotta man up, and I gotta be content with this. And I told my friends and coworkers that even though I was miserable, I was just gonna stick with it. And over time I realized this was not the best for me because mentally I was not good, physically I was not good, but I just thought this is my only option. I'm just gonna do this. And maybe you're in the same position, or maybe your job's a bit better, and you believe, okay, I have a better job, I make 6 figures or more, I don't work too much, I empower other people, and you might convince yourself that this is a good route for you. And for some people, maybe it's true. But if I asked you, would you want to live the life you're living right now, or the life in your vivid vision, I bet you asked for the vivid vision. That's why you made that in the first place, right? Today, in Advanced Budgets, we're going to talk about the steps to get there and reach your goals or live the life in your vivid vision. The general idea today is decreasing your fixed costs and flexible spending and increasing your savings and investing. We're also going to talk about habits. Now, I'm not God and I can't predict the future for every single thing, but I can tell you that if you tell me your habits, I know your future, because your habits are daily little steps or weekly little steps that when added up creates your reality. So for example, if you had a habit to review your rent, insurance, your expenses each month, I bet if you review this, you're going to see where you're spending too much money on, where you can cut costs, and you'll actively reduce your expenses and in turn increase your investing. If your habit is to work hard to increase your income and you're trying to get a promotion or increase your salary, if you have habits to study, to work hard, to talk to your boss about what's needed to get to the next level, then I can predict that you'll probably get there. Now, it's not guaranteed, but I think your chances are a lot higher. Maybe your habit is to cook at home to save money. And I can tell you that food's a big expense. And I know personally that my friends spend too much on going out to eat or just expensive groceries. Whereas I've had the habit of buying things on sale, eating healthy, and just not overeating so I can save and invest more money. Another better habit is taking the time to learn about real estate and business. And so I developed habits over the past few years to learn about business, how to set up a website, build an e-commerce store, how to purchase inventory to resell, how to market. And same with real estate. I spent many hours and months reading a lot of books, networking, talking to people, and my habits every week or every day to learn these skills got me to a point where I have a business and I have real estate. Right now, ask yourself, What are your habits right now? Is it you go see your friends and go to the mall and shop every week? Do you always go out to eat and you splurge and you're just out there always having fun? Or do you have some time throughout your day or throughout your week where you sit down, learn a new skill, review your budget, review your spending, and find ways to increase your income, and in turn find ways to invest your money? Now, if you have those habits and you tell me that you're doing this every week or every month, and I see that you're doing this, I can predict that you're going to have a very fruitful life. You're going to reach your vivid vision earlier, you'll probably retire early, or at least be work optional a lot earlier than anyone else. That's the power of habits, and I hope you really take that to heart to improve the habits you have and get rid of habits or hurts that aren't productive for your life. Now, I'm not saying don't have any fun. It's all balance, and it's based on what kind of life you want to have and when you want to get there. Maybe you want to have fun right now in your 20s and 30s, and then you want to try harder on your personal finance in your 40s. Life might be a little bit different then. You might have a family, you might have kids, your health might not be the best, the economy might not be great, and there's so many variables you can't control. I think you gotta find a balance of, can you still have fun and not break the bank? Can you still have fun but have some hours throughout the week where you think about your future, you plan, you budget, and you save and invest, or learn new skills to invest your money, or create more income streams? With this advanced budget and thinking about the best habits to reach your vivid vision goals, this advanced budget is going to push your limits. It's going to challenge your current lifestyle to cut costs, save more, and invest more money. Here's a pro tip. Review what percentage of your net income is spent on rent, insurance, car loans, food, and fun. And compare that with your past habits. You'll see that as you save more and invest more, the percent spent on these other things should start to decrease. So if you haven't done levels 1 and 2, vivid vision and personal finance, and you haven't done level 3, budget, and review level 4s and 5, be sure to do that before you get to level 6, because this advanced budget might be overwhelming with all the extra details. So pause the video, watch those first, and then come back here for level 6 at budget. The main difference is that level budget gives you the foundation of fixed costs, fundamentals, and flexible spending. Today we're going to advanced budget. So you can see there's some similarities. There's fixed costs, financial, and flexible spending. But the main difference is percentage of net income. Now, I included this because a lot of people lose track of where their money is going, and they don't know how much they should spend based on their income. So for example, just putting $1,500 into the health savings account, and they're doing about a 3% match on a 401k. So the percent income about 3 to 4%. As you go to fixed cost, school loan, car loan, credit card debt is about 5% each. Car insurance about 5%, and then rent is about 26% of this person's net income. As a good rule of thumb, I would say that for a car payment, it should be less than $200 a month or less than 5% of your net income. Because if you're spending a large percentage of your income on a car loan, I would try to find a way to get a cheaper vehicle or refinance your loan. But in this case, it's just slightly over 5%. We can keep that for now. Another big expense is rent. So include your rent plus utilities, and I target 30% or less of your net income on this category. So if your rent and utilities is much more than 30% of your net income, I suggest finding roommates, living in a different area of the city, find ways to increase your income. This green section is financial goals. So right now, there's about 13% into your IRA, about 5% into your brokerage account. I say target investing at least $10,000 or more than 20% of your net income. And you can see at the top, this individual is saving and investing about 25% of their net income. So I would say that's a good goal. Now back to this flexible spending. So for this pink section down here, I target under 10% or 5,000 food. And then you can have some money for tithing, charity, donations, traveling fund, gifts, and transportation. At the bottom here, this is extra. So ideally you have a couple $100 here in case something comes up. But you should already be saving for a small emergency fund at level 5. And this check here is just to be sure that all of your net income does something. Now on the right side, there's a bit more advanced items here. The first is how much you're saving. So right here you're saving about 11 to 12,000 each year. You're investing about 20% of your gross income, which is 20% of your net income. So I prefer to use net income because you want to account for what is left over after your taxes. So I use net income to compare and understand how much you're spending. Now this is just a preview of what to think about when we get to level 9 net worth. So the idea is it's great to have a budget, it's great to save, but at what point are you going to reach financial freedom or reach your vivid vision goals? Here's a very common rule of thumb. It's called a 4% rule. If your nest egg was invested in a stock market or real estate, based on inflation and the company value going up or the property value going up, it might go up about 7% based on historical inflation. So say it goes up 7% for inflation, you sell or pull equity out of that, so it goes down about 3%, you have some taxes. The idea is if you withdraw 4% from your nest egg, you'll be able to live off your nest egg forever. And this is going to help you think about what's worth buying or what's worth investing. So for example, I have friends asking me, hey Chris, should I go on this vacation? Hey Chris, should I buy this car? And I say, well, look at your financial plan. Look at your budget. If you're trying to retire at 40 and you want to have $1 million so that you can withdraw and pay off all your expenses, if you just have this one, it might not affect you too much. But if you have a habit of spending that money each month and it adds up to thousands each year, then maybe that will affect you at the bottom line. So right here is 4%, right? The amount you spend annually. So this amount is everything for fixed costs and flexible spending. Because when you hit retirement, you may not need to put more into your nest egg. So let's try to wrap our heads around, if we retired early and if these are expenses, how much will we need to retire? So this includes all your fixed costs. And like I always say, let's be conservative. Ideally, your school loans, your car loan, your credit card debt is all gone, and you might need even less to retire on. But if you live the same lifestyle right now, the amount you need to retire is around $45,000. Now, just for example, imagine your school loan's paid off, your car loan is paid off, and you're not on credit card debt. The amount you spend annually is down to $26,000. You're now in $160,000, which is still a lot of money, but the difference is huge. So if you can cut your costs even more, you'll be able to retire even sooner and be financially free, work optional, and just live your dream life or your vision goals earlier in life. This last line item is your monthly credit card expense. Here's just a calculation of how much to expect to spend on your credit card each month. And this is an exercise you can use to compare with level 2 personal finance inventory, because this is a quick way to check if your credit card spending is higher than you expected, and then figure out why is that the case. So take a moment to play around with your budget, look at how much you spend annually, look at if you cut costs here, how much less money you need in your nest egg to retire. Hope this video was helpful. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and I'll answer your questions and updated content on my live stream on February 8th, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time here on YouTube. If you found this video to be helpful, please share your friends and family and invite them to join you on your journey to financial freedom. I'm Topher, thanks for watching and have a great day.